All right, Drew, obviously we know overall when you look back at the season, not the one the team wanted, and probably individually, a lot of guys probably wanted a little bit more too, but what can you take from a season like this as something to learn for next year?
Yeah, I think as a first-year guy, it was definitely a learning curve. But it was a long year for sure, don't get me wrong, but there's things you can take away, like you just learn so much going through a year like that and about yourself and about what you need to work on in the summer and things like that. So just trying to be an open book and soak everything up. You got a veteran coaching staff with Roy and a really good D partner in Del Zotto, so just asking those guys questions. And I tried to just be as open as I could and learn the best I could.
Yeah, your first full professional season. What was that like going through that for the first time, and what did you learn that maybe will help you in future seasons?
Yeah, definitely growing pains throughout the year. But I think just going back in the summer and working really hard and using this year kind of as motivation. You don't want another year like this, especially 2 in a row. It won't be very fun. But so just using it as motivation, going home, working hard, and having goals in your head of what you want next year, and using those to push yourself.
You mentioned having some of those goals going into the offseason. What are those things that you're looking to improve or work on as you head into 23-24?
Yeah, just getting stronger. That's the biggest thing for me, and it's been like that for the last 2 years. So just focusing on those things, and I'll be down in Florida working out with Mike Barwis, so that'll be good for me, and I'm sure he'll put the muscle on for me.
You mentioned having to play with Michael Del Zotto and getting that chance when he came over. What was an impact like that on your game as he came here in December? And really, like you said, you guys were the main defensive pairing there.
Yeah, it's priceless to have a guy like that around. When you don't play 750 NHL games for no reason. So the fact when we got him, I was excited, actually nervous at first because I watched him growing up and stuff. I would never tell him that now, but he's just been great for us, not just for me, but for the team. I think you saw when he came over, things kind of made a little change, and which is good. He just so mature, been around the game for so long, so knows it very well, and he taught me a lot of things. He was, like I said, really priceless for this year for me.
As part of your experience this year, you do get the call up to the Ducks. You get to play in your first NHL game. What was that experience? What was that day like?
It was a crazy day. A lot of high emotions. Exciting for me. Exciting at a family in town too, so they were maybe more excited than I was. But cool that they got to see the game, and they sacrificed so much for you. So to see how excited they were. Makes me emotional now, but it's pretty cool to see how much they care, and because you could never do this without them. And I think that's the biggest thing is for young guys to make sure they say thank you because they sacrifice so much.
Did it make it even more special that you get that debut against Colorado, the team that originally drafted you, and kind of comes full circle there a little bit?
Yeah, that was pretty crazy how it all worked out, but yeah, definitely pretty cool to play the team that drafted you, and it was made it even a little more special.
You get your first NHL goal, too, and we were actually up there for the game, so we hear the ping and it goes in. Just when you saw that play breaking down, what were your thoughts?
I don't know. I was just trying to get it on net, and it was kind of a rolling puck. I kind of just threw it on net, and somehow it found its way in. And but yeah, that was crazy, so exciting, and it was honestly the coolest part was how everyone around me, how happy they were for me too, which means a lot because, it's your first NHL games, like you're pretty nervous, and so that kind of settles you down, makes you kind of feel part of the team, which was super nice.
How does that experience motivate you heading into the offseason?
Extremely high. I want to be up there. Obviously, that's the goal, but that. I kind of just got a taste of it, and now that motivates me even more to work this summer to get back there and try to be a full-time guy.
And finally, for us, what does an offseason look like for Drew Helleson?
At the beginning, a lot of fishing. I'll probably be up north. I'm at our cabin there in northern Minnesota for a while, and then after a couple of weeks, probably kick things off and start training again. So I'm excited to get back and spend time with family and friends that I haven't seen all year. So that's how it's gonna look for me.